I mean, the weather just couldn't be better, right? So we got the rough weather out of the way, the rain out of the way last night, this morning, and now we have 3 wonderful days ahead of us. Take a look at here's what I'm looking at in the forecast. So tranquil start to the fair for sure next 3.5 days. There's a little bit of wildfire smoke, and Aaron White's going to talk about that. And then we've got some thunderstorms coming back into the forecast this weekend, but not really until Saturday afternoon into Sunday. There's your radar satellite. Everything is clearing away from the Buckeye State over the next 12 hours. Tonight, if you're headed out, we will clear the skies and temps will fall from the 70s into the 60s. Now, this is a pretty cool story, the humidity. It was obviously high yesterday and most of this morning. It will start to drop into more of a comfortable category here for the next few days, and then it will start to rise over the weekend. Your precip chances, about 30% in the afternoon on Saturday, 40% during the day on Sunday, and then it dries back out into next week. Here's your forecast radar and satellite, the hour by hour. There's really not much here, and that's a great message because it takes us all the way through Wednesday with dry, sunny conditions, less humidity, and into Thursday, that's just more of the same. Look at that, all the way through Thursday afternoon and Thursday night, it is dry, it is clear. All right, low temperatures tonight, a mixture of 50s, lots of lower 60s here across central Ohio, and then your high temperatures tomorrow into the low 80s. I'm going to go 81 for the Columbus Metro, just lots of 80s across central Ohio. Here is your 10 weather impact 7-day forecast. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all very nice, totally dry. Temps gradually warming from the low 80s into the middle 80s, and then it's over the weekend. That's really our only weather. On Saturday, 30% chance in the afternoon, a precip. A little bit of weather on Sunday, 40% chance. Could be wet at times, 82 for the high. And then we'll start out next week in the low to mid 80s on Monday and Tuesday. But we do want to talk just briefly about the smoke forecast. There is some light smoke that may come back here into Ohio, so I'll toss it in to meteorologist Aaron White for more on that. Hey, Aaron.
Hey there, Chris. Yeah, things are looking good out there at the Ohio State Fair, but we are also watching that potential for some haze, some wildfire smoke to build back in as we go through the course of the next couple of days. There's a little bit out there right now, nothing like what we saw just a couple of weeks ago, but what we are seeing the last few days is a lot of large wildfires that have really grown in size over the weekend. And this is looking back at the satellite picture back on Saturday. These are all fires, several large fires that are burning in parts of Oregon, Washington State, and even into western parts of Canada in British Columbia. And what is of note is the jet stream pattern. It's basically going right over those fires, building up into Canada, and then diving back down into the Midwest. And that's where that wildfire smoke is building. So we can see it here, higher concentrations of that smoke back across Montana into the Pacific Northwest. Follow the jet stream all the way back down to the Great Plains and the Midwest here, leading to some of that smoke building through. Now, we are going to see a little bit of a break as we get into Wednesday and possibly even Thursday, but notice this concentration right over Minnesota and Wisconsin. That has to go somewhere, and that could build in here looking ahead towards Friday. Not going to have a great impact on air quality, but it could lead to some hazy skies Friday and into the weekend.